Me. Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome to tutorial 46 of Black Ops 3 mod tools. Now, in this video, I'm going to show you guys how to add custom zombie variants, meaning we're not going to have the same old boring default zombies. You're going to be able to change them up to the zombie of your preference. All right, so let's open up Ape. That way I can show you guys how to get this done. As you can see, I got one of my basic characters here. Now, first things first, you want to make a brand new GDT. So you're going to go over to File, go over to New GDT, and you're going to call this whatever you want it to be. In my case, I'm going to call it AI type custom zombies. There we go. Now, whenever you save your GDT, you want to make sure that it's in source data. So hit save. There you go. Now let's open that bad boy up. Let me shrink this down. Now, as you can see, I have my GDT right over here. The reason I called it that is that way it'll show up right in the beginning. I don't have to go crazy searching around for it. All right, so first things first. Get rid of this. Get rid of that. All right, now you want to go into archetypes right over here. If you don't see it, all you have to do is just highlight name under filters and then type in type, and you'll see it right there. It says archetypes. So hit that arrow to the left. It'll have a little drop down menu. And what you want to do is you want to copy the top one. It's going to say archetype underscore ZM underscore factory zombie. So highlight it, right click it, and go to copy. And I'm going to uncheck name under filters, so it'll take me back to my regular. And I'm going to highlight the GDT I just made, which is AI type underscore custom zombies. So I'm going to right click it while it's highlighted, and I'm going to go to paste asset. And as you can see, it's going to paste in that archetype ZM factory zombie we just copied. Now what you want to do is you want to rename the part where it says factory. You want to name it to whatever you want it to be. In my case, I'm going to call it Uptown and hit OK. Oop, it already exists. Let me rename that to something else. And I'm going to call it tutorial. And press OK. And as you can see, I already have a brand new archetype inside of the brand new GDT that I just made. Now what you want to do is you want to right click on the archetype we just added, and you want to go to derive. And then once you're in derive, or at least it's ready to give you a new asset, highlight archetype and type in variant. And just click OK. And now that we have a brand new one right under archetype, is now it says variant ZM tutorial zombie. You want to right click this one, go to derive again, and you want to call, or at least replace variant with spawner. And there you go. See, now we have three, just like the previous one. This is the old one. We just renamed them. So we kept archetype the same, but we called it tutorial instead of the factory. And then we changed, after we made a derive of archetype, we renamed it to variant, and then we made another derive of variant into spawner. So now we have those three. Now what we want to do is we want to get a character for us to modify. So you want to go over to your filters again, highlight name, and this time we're going to type in C underscore zom. And in fact, we could go underscore DER. And if I open up this one, you can see that there's a few characters in here. You can tell by the little icon on the left, it looks like a person. So what you want to do is you want to copy the one that says czom DER underscore zombie1. So highlight that one and copy it. All right, now I'm going to uncheck name under filter. That way it can go back. Now, what you want to do is you want to paste it into your GDT. And I'm gonna highlight my GDT, right click it, go to paste asset. Now it's going to ask me, do you want to rename it? And the part where it says DER, standing for Del Reese, I'm going to change that to tutorial and click OK. And as you can see, that's the zombie variant that we're going to be adding. Now, if I select it and you move over to the right on this page, you'll see that it says models and it says body model. Now it's set to a default zombie, so we're going to change this one up. So we're just going to delete this, and these are the items you can leave, but this is more like when the zombie gets shot. These are the body parts that are going to be flying off. These are the animations for that. See the guts gone. It shows this zombie model and all of that stuff. So if you're going to be using a specific character that doesn't have these animations or these models, then you're going to have to delete them, because when you're in game and you kill, like, let's say if I put the keeper in, the keeper doesn't have these. He doesn't have a head model, alias, or helmet, or he doesn't have body parts that fly off or anything else like that. So I'm going to delete all of this and I'm going to replace it. So I'm deleting those. You know, you just want to do it for the ones that say model. There we go. And that's it. It's nothing else after that. So let's look for some models now. That way we could copy it into this new player GDT. All right, so type in, well, at least take off the DER under the search, under name. So it'll be C underscore Zom. And now we can take a look at all the characters. All right, so let's see. Here's the Hound. You don't want that. You want a full-fledged body zombie. If anything, you're going to want the ones that say FB at the end of it. So it'll show a little grid. That means that it's a model. And you want the one that says FB at the end of it. So if I select this one, that's one zombie variant that I can pick. Let me open this up. Now this is more like one of the default zombies. So I want to change them up. So I'm not going to pick that guy. But let's say if I keep going, here's the keeper, C underscore Zom, Zod, keeper, FB. Now this is one of the models we can put in. Or else we could also do the one that's right under it, C Zom, Zod, Shadowman, FB. This is another one. There we go. And there's tentacles. There's that one. Victim, magician. Oh, all right. Never seen him before. And let's see, there's that zombie. Now these are the body parts. Those are the ones that we deleted. And let's see what else. Zombie female. You can add her. And let's see, there should be some more. Just scroll down. Let's see what's in here. DLC 2. So here's the spider. All right. Cinematics. You can have that zombie. This one. You can add that one. These are more like the ones from Shadows of Evil. There's not too many, but I know there is Brutus in here. Let's see, where is he? I know he's under Cellbreaker. So type in Cell if you want Brutus. And let's take a look. Here it is. C-Zom Cellbreaker. There we go. There's Brutus. And it's pretty much that simple. So what you want to do is, once you find the model that you want, the FB model, you want to copy the name. Like I'll go up here and I'll copy his name. Go to copy. And then we're going to go back to our GDT that we just made and select the character. And remember, it says CZOM tutorial zombie 1. And I'm gonna go right over here where it says models and it says body model. You're gonna add it right here. And that's the model that I want for my zombie one. Now let's say if I want another one, all you have to do is just highlight this one, right click it, go to copy, and then paste it in to UGDT again. And rename it, of course. So this one is going to be Zombie 2. Click OK. There you go. Now I have two of them. Now Zombie 2, I'm going to change his character model. Let me go back over here to the filters. Put C, Zom. And keep scrolling down. The options don't open up. Just click on this and you'll see a little bit more. There's the hound. There's the zombie. There's the Magwar. There's this parasite, victim, magician, keeper. What do we put on the first one? Was it keeper? No, I think it was Brutus. All right, so I'm gonna get the keeper. Either you could go to rename or copy the name up here. Just copy that name. Hit cancel because you don't want to change it. And then uncheck name under filter. That way it'll take us back to what we had. So this one right now says cell breaker. That means Brutus. Like, don't be surprised when you load up the image under 8 because sometimes you have to close it out and open it up so it'll refresh. But Zombie 2, I'm going to change to the Keeper. There we go. And so now I have Cell Breaker, that's Brutus, and Zombie 2, I have as the Keeper. So we have two different types of zombies that we're going to be using. Now, for us to add these zombies, you have to go to where your archetype, ZM tutorial, that's what I named it. So click on that, and you're going to see character models. And as you can see, it says a name similar to what we added here. So I'm going to change character 1. I'm just going to change the DER part and put it as tutorial. So that's my zombie 1 model. And I'll change this to tutorial. And that's my zombie 2. Now I didn't make a zombie 3 or 4, so I'm going to just take these parts off. And hit save. And that's pretty much it. So whenever you want to add more multiple zombie variants, just copy this and paste it into your GDT, rename it as zombie 3, 4, 5, and then just add it to your archetype ZM right over here where it says character model. And that's pretty much what you have to do. Now there's two other steps we have to do. We have to make a character in Radiant, and we also have to go into the zone file and add some information. So let's go ahead and do that. We're going to save this. All right, Cellbreaker, I got him. That's good. We can close this out. And I'm going to open up Launcher. Now I'm going to use an existing map. So I'm going to go into this one, ZM, Custom Zombies. So I'm going to open that up in Radiant. Now remember, you can add this to whatever map you like. You know, I'm just picking one of my existing maps. And we're just going to go ahead and add an actor into the map. There's already an actor in there by default, but I'm going to show you guys how to do it right now. If Radiant would ever open. There we go. All right, cool. All right, if you look at the map, now this is your actor right over here. Normally, this guy's up here somewhere. I just moved him down. Now, what you want to do is you want to delete him, and we're going to make our own. So you want to open up your entity browser. Click B on the keyboard, And while you're in the entity browser, you're going to see the tab that says actor. Click on that and you're going to see the name that we just made. It says Spawner ZM Tutorial Zombie. That's the one we just made. This is another one that I made previously. But this is where you would add your actor. But you want to pick the one that you just made, put him in the game, or at least into your map. Make sure that he's in the zone where the zombies are going to be spawning. It doesn't matter where he's at because he's going to be invisible. So now with the actor selected, the one we just made in Ape, because it says tutorial, we're going to hit N on the keyboard and bring up the entity info. And we're going to give this guy some information. All right, so first things first, we want to do count, or at least co-op count. You want to click on where it says 1, and you want to change that to 9,999. So 9999. And then you want to go over to count. You want to change that to 9999, just like we did with co-op. And you want to make sure that alert on spawn is unchecked. And also script for spawn. Let's have that checked. And let's add some KVPs now. So we don't need a target name. We don't need any of that. We're just going to add some separate KVPs. So click on add KVP. And now we're going to add some. All right, so the first one you're going to add is script underscore force spawn. And the value is going to be 1. And hit add. There we go. Now go to add KVP again. And then you want to type in script underscore disable underscore bleeder. And then you want to change the value, well, add the value to 1. And one more. Now we're going to do a script noteworthy. So script noteworthy. And under value, you want to put it as zombie spawner. Not with an S, just spawner. Okay. And click add. There we go. Now if anything, yours should look like this, where it should have 3 KVPs that we added. Script underscore disable underscore bleeder on 1. Script for spawn on 1. Script noteworthy zombie underscore spawner. And you should have your count on 9,999, because that's how many zombies are going to be spawning on. Well, at least spawning in throughout the game, depending on how long you last. And the co-op count is also 9,999. And then it'll have -0, -0, -0. You don't touch those. You just touch the first one. And also alert on spawn. Make sure that that one's checked. Unchecked. So make sure that nothing is on there. And script for spawn. Make sure that that's checked. And that's pretty much it. All we have to do now is just add some information into our zone file and we're good to go. All right, so we'll go to file. We'll go to save. Well, let me deselect them. And go to file, go to save. Close this out. And now we could go over to right click your map, go into edit zone file. And that's what you want to do. You want to add this information, but you want to name it whatever you named it. In my case, this part I'm changing it to tutorial. But of course for you, this isn't going to be here. So what you have to do is you got to type in AI, type, then that the dash, and you want to type in arch type underscore ZM underscore whatever name you put. In my case, it was tutorial underscore zombie. And that's it. That's all you have to add. So yours should look like this with the name that you added. And that's pretty much it. Just hit file, hit save, and with any luck, you should have some custom zombies into your game. So if you guys like the video, hit that like button, subscribe, and thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you guys in the next one.